Hello everybody, welcome to another CSGO editing tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a movie making config. Now a config is essentially a file that stores all your settings, stuff like your binds, your crosshair, view model, stuff like that. And some people like to have a config specifically designed for movie making. That way you don't mess up stuff like your crosshair or your view model settings, because when you're editing, when you're making a video, those settings might be different from the ones that you use when you're playing. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you play the game frequently and you don't want to mess up any of your settings such as your binds and crosshair, whatever, I recommend backing up your config. Now what you need to do to back up your config is head over to wherever you have Steam installed. So I have mine installed on my local disk on the C drive. So I'm just going to go there in program files x86 and then go to Steam, then go to user data. Now if you only see one folder, that means that is your Steam ID and you can just go ahead and click on that. However, if you're like me and have a bunch of folders like this, you're going to need to find out which one is your actual Steam ID. So head over to Steam, go to your inventory, go to trade offers, then go to who can send me trade offers. And down here, you should be able to see your Steam ID. So mine is 1234399 and then the rest of that. So this is my one. And then go to the 730 folder like so, go to local CFG and you should be able to see config.cfg. That is your main config. So all you have to do is copy that and just paste it somewhere like so. And I'm just going to rename this to main.cfg. Then that way you always have a backup of your main config. All right, so now to create a config, all you have to do is right click anywhere. I'm just going to use my desktop, go to new, text documents, you can name it whatever, it doesn't really matter, and then just open the file like so. Then we're going to create the config by pasting a bunch of commands in, and what commands you use is kind of up to you. I'm just going to copy my main movie making config. If you wish to have it yourself, I'll leave it in the description, and I'm just going to copy and paste all the commands into it like so. And once you have all the commands and settings you want in your config, all you have to do is go to file, save as, and then go to save the file type as all, and then just name it anything. So I'm just going to call mvm.cfg and then just click save. And then you'll have a CFG file like so. Now to edit this config, if you want to add any other settings, I recommend using a program such as Notepad++. You don't have to, you can just use a normal text editor that comes with Windows, but I just prefer this because it makes it a little bit easier. So here's the config that we have. All right, now I'm going to show you how to put these into the game and exec them. There are a couple of ways of doing this. I'm just going to show you the HLAE way. So open up HLAE, go to file, launch, and then what we need to do is for movie making parent config folder, click enable, click browse, and go to somewhere that is easy to remember. So I'm just going to do the F drive and create a new folder and call it editing like so. And in that folder, it will create another folder that you can place your configs into. So I'm just going to select that and then click launch. All right, once you're in the game, you just click close. And you should see this Valve anti-cheat message pop up. That means HLAE is working. And what we need to do is head over to that folder that you created. So in my F drive, editing CFG, and here is that folder. What you can do is just copy and paste those into here, like so. And now you have everything in there. And then to exec your config, just open up the console, type exec, and then the name of your config. So mvm for me. And there you go. As you can see, Moviemaking config loaded. Now another way of doing this is just by directly placing it into your CFG folder in your CSGO directory. So Steam apps, common, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, CSGO, then CFG. This is where a bunch of configs are. You can obviously just drag and drop your movie making one and your main one into here. And then whenever you launch into the game, just type exec, mvm or main or whatever your configs are called. And depending on whether you want to play or edit videos, it's up to you. That's another way of doing it. Either way will work fine. Using the HLAE way, just make sure that your movie making config is separate from your main one. That's pretty much making a config. If you wish to download my config, I'll leave it in the description. You can either download the config file directly, or you can just make it yourself. It's up to you. So yeah, hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.